Hello, welcome. My name's Rebecca. Welcome to my channel. I'm speaking to you from Blue Mountains, Australia, just outside of Sydney. If you're new or you're coming back again and you'd like to tell me where you're viewing from, I'd love you to let me know in the comments below. Today I'm going to do a review of what I made over the summer, or the garments that I actually finished. I do have many unfinished garments as usual, but these are the ones that got done and have been worn. Today I'm not actually wearing any me-made garments. I'm wearing ready-made from two different Australian ethically minded companies. The top is just lovely, breezy and cool, and it is from a Queensland company called Shankar. And the trousers below are really nice and light, and they're from an Australian company called Cloth+Paper+Scissors. And they produce their own, I'm pretty sure they mill their own Australian cotton and then turn it into garments. Let's get started and see what I made and what I enjoyed wearing over the summer. First up, I've got some blouses. I always find blouses easiest to make because they fit me best. And you can see by the colors behind me, I love that pop of bright color on top. This first blouse I made, I think at the very beginning of summer, which would have been December last year. And this is my second version of the Marnie blouse by Tillie and the buttons. The fabric is, I think it was described as a fine poplin. I'd had it in my stash for a while, and it's a Nerida Hansen design. The fine poplin is really fine. It's actually quite like a linen and lovely to wear. I've done short sleeves, high frill on the neck, no tucks here, and I've gotten a lot of use out of this blouse over the summer. It's been worn on a regular rotation because it's nice and bright, and the colors mean it goes with lots of different pairs of trousers and things. The next blouse I've got to show you is the Helmi blouse by Forget Me Not Patterns. I made this in a size 46 from a 100% cotton from a patchwork shop. I like it. I've wanted to work once. I don't love it. I'd like to love it because I really love this material. What I think I might do is have a little fiddle around with perhaps taking off the collar, which I think is a little bit too much. And I do love the sleeves, but perhaps in a different fabric. So I think I might shorten the sleeves and then see if that will have me reaching for this version of the Helmi blouse a little bit more. As far as the pattern goes, I think it's a really sweet Peter Pan neckline. There's a couple of other necklines that you can do. There's different sleeve lengths that you can do as well. And it's not a tricky make. My last blouse is kind of a blouse, really just a top, and it's called the Torrens top by Mila and Broad, and it's one of the most favorite things I made this summer. It's super simple. It was a lovely, easy win to make up, and it's part of a matching set that I made. I had never done a matching set before, and I've been getting loads of wear out of the top and the trousers and putting them together. I think it's a really lovely, stylish and easy look to wear. So the Torrens top is a boxy top. I've made it in this Japanese fabric with a black background and a little bit of a print. And it's really a little bit oversized. It has a number of different sleeve lengths. So there's quite a bit of versatility to it. I'll be making another one of these, hopefully another matching set to enjoy. To go with my Torrens top, I have here the Birchgrove pants by Moona and Broad, and these are my first successful trousers I've ever made. I was so pleased with myself, not just for making them, but for them persevering when the fit wasn't quite right and managing to get a pair of trousers that I'm really enjoying wearing. I love the pocket, it's just right. Waistband is now sitting just right after my little fiddle around with the rise. And I tend to roll up both the hem of the trousers and the sleeve a little bit to give a kind of a casual, softer look, and wear them with some open-toed shoes to work because it's still quite warm and muggy here in Australia at the moment. So they are my Birchgrove pants from Moona and Broad that I made in a size B, and I will be making some more of these because they're really lovely to wear. I used this fabric here to make myself a pair of trousers that felt a bit Christmassy, and I wore them on Christmas Eve to a family get-together. These are the Opal pants by Nielsen. I made them in a size 20, which turned out to be very large, a lot of excess material in the crotch, and I haven't successfully learned how to alter that yet. I've had a go and it's not quite right, but I love the paper bag waist. I'm going to see if I can persevere and get the fit just right. I did make one dress at the very beginning of summer, and I loved the look of it. I thought it was really pretty and stylish. It was the Hope dress by Stylark. I've actually made 2 Hope dresses and I have not kept either of them. I love the fabric. I loved what they looked like. I didn't love how they felt and how they looked on me. So I'll put in some photos of the one I made in December. It's from a Japanese fabric, and that ended up going to my sister as she stopped in to visit me as she was heading down south on a holiday, and she realized she didn't have a dress to wear out to dinner, and so we had a rummage through my wardrobe and we found that this one fitted and she felt good in it, so that went to her and extended her wardrobe instead of mine. The last garment I have to show you today is something I have not worn, but strangely enough was probably my favorite make. It is the Mila Jumpsuit by Pauline Alice. I have not worn it because the sizing is not quite right, but I have had the PDF reprinted and I've cut that out to grade between sizes. I made this in a size 46, which looks okay at the front, but not on the back side. I'll put in some pictures. And I've cut it out for a 46 on the top, grading to a 50 at the hips. And hopefully that's going to come up really nicely. This was one of my favorite makes because I was just so pleased that I persevered and I did something that was harder than usual. And I was reminded that I can do tricky things when I stick to it and go slowly, and I just really enjoyed the process because I knew it was quite hard and I hadn't done something with ties on it before, or this particular process of the jumpsuit. Here's these ties that are built in. I think the fabric is super pretty, and I look forward to making another one and just slowing down, enjoying the process, and hopefully getting to wear the next one on a regular basis. A big project for me over summer was taking the time to clear out a whole lot of stuff in my house, in every room of my house, in fact, to make space for a sewing room in a little space at the back of my house. That took quite a while, and then the painting and organising of it, but I really enjoy that space now and it's being used well. I hope you enjoy those little bits of inspiration of what I've done with patterns and patterns that I have enjoyed sewing up and that, more importantly, I've enjoyed wearing in my everyday life. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing today, I hope you find some joy in it, and I hope you stay well and stay safe, and may your day somehow have a little bit of creativity in it.